Mike Sankey here, research agronomist with Legacy Seeds here out of Wisconsin, here to talk to you today about the winter that we've had so far as temperatures go and how that could impact your 2024 cropping season. So first and foremost, let's talk about the weather that we're having. Obviously, no one likes winter here. Everybody complains about it, but there's definitely some benefits that we see with having, these good cold winters that we see in the northern United States here. As I'm recording this video, it's -5 degrees outside, middle of January. So let's talk about the pros and the cons that we see because of the winters that we have. First and foremost, let's talk about alfalfa. As I'm sitting in front of our alfalfa plot harvester here at our Research and Learning Center in Waupaca, Wisconsin. Let's talk about winter kill. All throughout the winter months, everybody's asking me about winter kill. Are we going to see winter kill or are we not? Let's talk about that. So first, we went in the fall looking pretty good. Our roots weren't overly saturated. We did get some nice rain in the fall to kind of get some fertilizer finally broken down that we spread throughout last year to get some nutrients back in that crop. So I think as of right now, roots were looking really good for the fall of 23, going into winter, depending on, how much stubble that you left out there and how much snow you've gotten so far. As of right now, most of, the northern parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota have all gotten some decent snow cover to insulate those roots because, even though it's -5 degrees outside today, that snow does, help insulate those crowns from freezing off. Typically, we don't have too many issues with that because we usually get some decent snow cover. Another thing as far as winter kill goes, most of the winter kill that we see, the effects of, that's all from the springtime, the freezing and the thawing, or the thawing and then the freezing, creating heaving out in the fields. That we could see come springtime. As we look into the forecast here, if we get some wet, rainy weather here in the coming weeks, we might see some ponding in low areas and some drowning out now that we have some frost to kind of hold that water. More stand assessments for alfalfa come springtime. But, really the most important thing that we don't think about as far as having some good winters here in Wisconsin is the fact that, say you had a new seeding field last year, many folks rely on a good winter to kill some of the annual weeds out in the fields that they had. So it's safe to say now that, hopefully some of those annual weeds have now died off, to kind of create some space for the alfalfa to thrive in the first year after seeding year. Let's move on to winter wheat. Winter wheat, as of planting last fall, everything got planted on time. Everything looked really nice. Actually, the winter wheat was starting to grow again between that Christmas and New Year's time, which we very rarely see in the northern United States here. But that's completely fine. But really, for winter wheat, we actually do need a good, strong winter to get that crop to vernalize here because without winter wheat vernalizing, that crop cannot move on to its reproductive stages and make grain, because really that's what we want to see is 100 bushel wheat when we're combining midsummer here. So we really do need the winters for wheat, especially for vernalization. And also in the spring we do like the cold temperatures to be able to get some early season fertility out on some of these fields, because the frost is really what carries some of this equipment across the fields come springtime. So that's really, more details to come on winter wheat when we're doing stand assessments come springtime as we're breaking dormancy here. And we can talk about that then. As far as corn and soybean goes, had a lot of guys and dealers and gals talking to me about, up until mid-January, we really had a mild winter. And if you were to talk to me, early part of January, end of December, I was actually kind of nervous that we were going to see some issues for the 2024 cropping season because we didn't really get that hard of a winter yet. And we really rely on winter to kind of break the life cycle, whether it be weeds, diseases, insects. We really rely on, these sub-zero temperatures to kind of kill off or slow down the life cycles of diseases or insects. And up until, mid-January here, we really haven't had that hard of a winter. So now it's safe to say that some of the stuff has died out. Obviously, there's a lot of winter yet to be had here, but as of right now, I think we're looking better than we were. Looks like we have some rain in the forecast, so more details to come. But like I said when I started, we really rely on winter to do some stuff for us, because otherwise, without that, there would be consequences. But that's all I have for you right now. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks a lot. Bye.